The changing global security scenario, and rapid technological developments in the past 2 decades, have altered the nature of conflict. Hybrid warfare characterized by low-intensity conflicts, insurgencies and terrorism, are becoming more prevalent. Armed forces that possess superior intelligence gathering and analyzing capabilities will have a marked advantage over their adversaries. Real-time views and insight of impacted regions is key to improving emergency response times, especially in vulnerable areas such as a country's border. Geospatial tools offer the capability of monitoring, predicting and countering threats, while helping to strategize and support field operations. The use of big data, advanced geospatial analytics software and sophisticated imaging technologies from satellites, UAVs and other sensors, enables seamless flow of information between intelligence and law enforcement agencies, in pre-real-time and post-operations. Will emerging technologies, such as Internet of Things, artificial intelligence and digital twin, lead to massive realignment of the geointelligence sector? Industry experts will deliberate. Welcome to the Symposium on Defense and Internal Security.
My name is Ali Shehhi from United Arab Emirates, and I'm sometimes being called the Brigadier Ali Shehhi. Some few people have worked with me, and I've enjoyed my career working with folks like Robert and some of you guys on many things. Keynote is always, for people like Robert, strategic. I always like to be within the tactical and the operational component of it, and sometimes I have to elevate myself with the strategic level. So I have chosen to really not to go very technical, but I really like the subjects you have picked to discuss and share and connect between you people on it. So what you see in the slide here is the subjects for the today symposium. Very interesting subjects. When I reviewed this coming on the plane, I kind of went through my career of 34 years of doing geospatial and more. So I'll go quick on the first subject, which is I've also been asked by the people to moderate this session, and I'll do my best to present it from my view here. I think the challenges we all have, and we went through, and we are going through, and we're trying to resolve problem is the amount of data. And this amount of data we all have to deal with, it's coming from sensors we have developed and created, launched to space, and platforms we developed to deal with the data and to deliver an actionable intelligence for our forces to go and execute missions according to that trusted intelligence. The challenges, I think, being dealt with technically, and somehow we also look at the human component of it, where we, I think, lack globally the availability of people for those high-end technical, very high-end platforms developed for that purpose. So the fusion of data is another subject. I think it's you guys will share and talk and discuss. From my view, there is fusing of data for individual organization, and also a fusing of data which is available from some few people as a provider. You provide the data through your services, through your platforms you have created for an end user, for a military, and that comes with a lot of technical challenges. And also the main component is the security part of it, which is, I think, a lot of governments have also trying to also secure that those platforms and that data provided by you people. I think the necessity we all see here today, that the collaboration work between the government, the end users, the providers, the developers, and also the academia and the research institutes, and I will touch base on the last slide about that components in more in details. The new SAR, I will call it, it's the newcomer to the talk of the town for us as the intelligence community today. Who thought at one point of time we will have a SAR data 50 centimeter available commercially? I met some of those guys a few years back when they started, and I said, he asked me, he said, Ali, what advice you can give me? I said, you need to spend a lot of time in Washington, D.C. And the guy looked at me and he said, what do you mean? I said, you're coming from Stanford, you have technology, you have high-end things, but there's a lot to go with it, and that's the legislation and the challenges where we, the government or the people who will license that, will also give a lot of challenges to us. I think some of those folks that are already overcome that, and now the other challenges comes for maybe not everyone, but globally speaking, that SAR data is not an electro-optic data. It's good, it is rich, there's a lot of information in there, but to make use of it, I think those applications, many of you are working on that, and you are going to also discuss between you during the day-to-day and also on the future for any relationship working or discussing with academia or with other governments on how to overcome those issues. I think the SAR is something will add a lot to any intelligence community, but there is a lot also to be shared with the people who are going to use this data. So to make that data available for end user to take it to and deliver it to the field, to execute a mission, I think it's a still challenging point, and I think it has a lot to come to discuss and to make it better, every day. The real-time situational awareness, when you hear this real-time, and we define real-time, with different definition from the military, from the service providers, but I think we have a global and diverse nature of threats, and that's, I will call it again global, because as an allies who work together in a mission, and most of these missions are executed globally between allies, and I think they have been working, to deal with this, and you, the industry or the provider, are becoming part of this challenging mission. So that end-to-end, let's say, approach or cycle, to be very responsive to that threat, I think it is becoming more challenged with the amount of data we produce every day, and also the different type of data we have, from different sensors and also from different nature. Again, today, if you look at the social media and what the social media is bringing, it is surprising for a lot of people that intelligence today rely a lot on the social media, and you people are working today on platforms and on systems to integrate that social media to systems which governments have paid billions, to develop those systems. I think to have that simultaneous integration, analysis, and to get this data to an end user, it will again be very, very challenging. But if we, the stakeholder of the whole ecosystem, realize at some point of time that working together is the solution for this, I think it will become easier and easier. Today, as I said about the SAR, but this goes also to other sensors like electro-optic and more, and RF, and today also the electronic satellites who's available on space to deliver some of those data. They are becoming based on quality, availability, agility, coverage, capacity. So all that together, it comes with some other challenges to deal with and to tackle. So taking the global capacity trade with commercial operators to increase regional revisit. This is very specific about satellite and how operator deal today. Instead of governments are spending millions to launch satellite, today operators are giving you data and sharing data with you, and that data can be also worked in programs between governments and data provider. So the industry with the government sharing the cost and also benefiting as 100% for both sides. It is an overall cost-effective partnership, and this is demonstrated. This is available today. You can see it in the US, here in Europe, and some Far East and all over the world, that there is companies today who provide those services, and it's really cutting costs for some of the countries which is used to spend a lot on global, like intelligence system and satellite. The revenue stream that can defray much of the investment. What I mean here is that, again, the same thing goes for satellite programs. The availability of the kind of service or data from market share point of view between allies, to combine a program, or also a sharing program with some of the data provider as the industry. Here is a mission, and this mission is, we have seen it globally and in the US and here in Europe also. Those kind of centers, like the one in St. Louis in GA recently have, and this number I put here is I got from the GUNT. Somebody have shown this number, and I think it is close, and Robert can confirm that. 1.7 billion for a center where the intelligence have realized today they will need to get closer. They will have to open up and be near the industry, the academia, and also their closed doors not anymore going to be the way forward for this subject. So I think expanding the geospatial with the innovation and the development of technology will require us to work together from academia, industry, and also the government, and how much that spending comparison today, if we compare how government used to spend and how the initiative they are taking today to improve the industrial component of it. I think it's a remarkable time now for all of you in the geospatial world that you can. I think this question I put it in blue. This is also one of the outcomes I've seen really from the GUNT, and also that question is, what are the strategic capabilities and the partnership we need? And when we mean all of us, I mean from all the sectors in the whole ecosystem for a safer and resilient and even a better prepared. For that mission, that challenging mission I mentioned earlier, it will require all of us to be together for tackling that challenging and difficult mission. I think I would like to conclude my note with this slide. The world is not perfect. Be comfortable, because through the many years, I've never felt comfortable, because it's challenging every day. And we bring the challenge to the subject. This world is that uncomfortable zone we created, so we'll have to deal with it. And my advice is that we have to be working together to be comfortable as much as we can. When I started and I joined the intelligence, I have nothing with me, no satellite, no geospatial, nothing. I was an aircraft driver. But I kept connecting, I kept working hard, I kept traveling, I kept meeting industries, studying, and that's what makes a difference. And everybody started their shows yesterday or their presentation by thanking Sanjay. We can't thank Sanjay enough for the efforts him and his team is doing. But also I would like to thank you guys for being here. Thank you for traveling all the way from around the globe and to connect all the time. Because for us, I think the more connectivity we have, that is the more success we are going to have. So keep connected and enjoy the Geospatial World Forum and enjoy Amsterdam if you have time. Also, I think there is yet events and shows. Sanjay is doing his best, and Robert and the other folks, all of you guys are having a lot of activities in the geospatial world, and us, the intelligence and the defense and security, we are part of that, and we'll have to be engaging with the industry as much as we can, and the academia. Please don't forget the people. You get too busy with machines and you develop these sophisticated systems, but we forget us, ourselves, the people who are going to run that. So thank you for your time, and it's lovely to be back and to connect again. And I'll now leave the floor for the next session to start for the next subject. Thank you very much.